So this is tough. This is when it gets tough. Last clip you saw me, I was very not good. I could put myself out of business by simply thrifting. That number says 47 until empty. This number says we are exactly 47 miles to Nadia's destination. How do I make a full-time living doing this? And the real answer is, what is going on, everybody? RJ136 coming at you guys with another video and a new haircut. I got a comment in the last video that made me want to make a video about the comment that I got from the last video. I hope that makes sense. Someone asked me, I have no idea, I'll put it over here, I don't know exactly what they said, but they basically just said, I have no idea how you make a living off of the little bit of sales that you make every single day and the store size that you make. And at first I was gonna be like, I should be offended right now. But then I also was like, wait, hold up, I should make a video about this, because sometimes even I ask myself, how do I not implode with the amount of stress and volume that I need to do? So we have an hour drive ahead of us, which helps me be able to yap to you guys. I'm doing a little quick bulk buy up in Fort Collins, but I have something more important that I have to do right now. Okay, life juice entering the bloodstream. So we've got a 58-minute drive ahead of us, just a little mini road trip going up to Fort Collins. A couple videos ago, I actually went the other way. I went to Colorado Springs for a mini road trip. This one I'm getting, I think, 14 or 15 items. I'll show you exactly what it is. And I'm not even gonna say that like the reason why I make a living with a small eBay store is the right answer. This is just my answer. I think that there's some truth and some not to it, and it goes off of a couple really long theories that I kind of want to yap about that I was talking to with Nadia, and then I'm gonna take you guys along with for the day, as most vlogs do. You guys, wait, hold up. What is going on with my YouTube channel? Last two videos, for anyone that does YouTube, were a 1 out of 10, meaning that out of 10 videos, back-to-back videos were the best performing videos. Can we do the same in this video today? I don't know. Hopefully we can. I've been seeing you guys subscribe, which is awesome. Thank you so much for following along with me in this journey. One of the theories I guess I have in how I'm able to make this whole thing work. Work used very loosely, but it works. It's working so far. I'm kind of being a guinea pig to YouTube right now and to anyone watching about like the questions of reselling and how to go about this the right way. The reason why is I feel like everybody has their own theories and they are all equally right and equally wrong. What is my goal in reselling? I keep asking myself. So I have been reselling full-time for 3 months. Before you listen to your favorite guru that's also been reselling probably for full-time the same amount as I am, I don't want to come across as in like, this is the right answer. I want this to come across as like, hey, watch what I'm doing and avoid the mistakes that I make that I'll show and double down on the things that work. And that's kind of how I hope to go about with all of this. I'm trying to diversify and open up some of my sourcing opportunities. That brings me to the number one thing of how I'm able to make this full-time is that I pay attention to my cost of inventory being as low and as healthy as possible. Obviously, everybody wants free Patagonia and Carhartt jackets, and that's just so rare. It's not gonna happen all the time. But when I can get cost of inventory in like better than thrift store prices, I'm typically gonna jump on that right now in these phases. I could put myself out of business by simply thrifting, which is so weird to say as a reseller, but it's also so true. On average, between eBay and Poshmark, I'm making about 10 sales a day, meaning I need to list 13 items a day. Now, I also don't want to be working on Saturday and Sunday, so I schedule out my 13 items on the weekends for the weekdays. Well, now I'm having to source, I think the math to make it even is like 19 items every single day to list. If I have to get 19 pairs of jeans, now this is the worst possible case scenario, 19 times 10 is $190 per day. You're spending almost $1,000 a week, $950 per week on inventory just to grow your store. So I have to play my cards right, and I have to play my cards very cautious. And what I do is by getting the cheapest inventory, let me emphasize, the best and the cheapest inventory, because I'm not trying to get free inventory just for the sake of getting free inventory. I'm not gonna be selling Target brand stuff. What is it, Goodfellow? That's not happening. My same pair of pants that I can get for $9, $10, $15 at the thrift stores, I can get for $3.50 at the bins alone. Now, when I do want to scale and when I want to be listing 30 to 40 items a day, yeah, I'm gonna have to go to the thrift store. There's gonna be no other option. But if I can mix in a healthy average buy cost, I'm just helping my business out because I'm getting better margins and I'm not having to spend every single dollar on growing the business. And then when I have extra money left over outside of my expenses of food, gas, utilities, rent, date nights, whatever, I can then plug that into the business. And that's what I'm doing right now. I was left over with money from last week after still having everything set and ready to go. And so I'm gonna go get a bulk deal to kind of help out some of my inventory. About 3 minutes out from our little bulk buy here, but I was just thinking something, and I need the help from the audience here. When you have to go pee, oh, new offer on something, I'll have to take a look at that. We're about to get personal, it's going there, yeah. And you're in a city that you don't know about. What do you look up to find a bathroom? Like, the last thing I'm gonna do is go to this person and be like, hey, let me buy these from you, and then let me use your bathroom, because that's weird. I typically like to try to find like a Walmart or a Target, but I don't know how close those are. Sometimes you can go to like a coffee shop, but then there's those coffee shops that like you can only go to the bathroom if you buy something, or the really small coffee shops that don't have public bathrooms. You can't trust gas stations because they're either gross or non-existent for the bathrooms. Like, how do the employees go to the bathrooms? And that is definitely the problem I'm running into with the amount of water I'm drinking because I'm sick. We'll see if there's another opportunity to make money while we're down here. You know, it'd be nice if there's a thrift store, which I did not see, or something that we could stop at just to, you know, make the trip extra worthwhile. All right, we're $110 less rich. Got a 53-minute drive back home. So instead of like trying to find a Walmart, what I'm gonna do, and hopefully this is the right way to go about with this, just drive my way home, try not to think of how bad I need to go to the bathroom, and hopefully there's a spot that I can find a bathroom. I try not to risk my bathroom stops. Just because there's a gas station doesn't mean that there's a public bathroom. Just because there's a coffee shop doesn't mean that there's a public bathroom. Woo, I got the chills coming down my spine though. I have to find somewhere really fast. I'm sure this is great content. I'm sure you guys enjoy this. This is the true day in the life of a full-time reseller. Okay, wish me luck, y'all. I will let you know if we found safety. Here we go. I'm okay now. Everything's okay. Thank you, Walgreens. If anyone was wondering, Walgreens was very reliable. So we are going to make money going up and money going down. We're stopping at a thrift store here. Yes, I know. I was just saying that I don't want to thrift everything and go all thrift stores, but if it makes sense for me to make some money on my way down, I have the extra time. So we're doing good on time. We're gonna stop at this Arc in Fort Collins. Most Arcs are fairly trustworthy as far as pricing goes. Usually they're not too bad. This Arc here, I have no idea even what road we're off of. South College Avenue. So we'll see, maybe some college students don't donate good stuff, or maybe they don't donate anything good. But we'll find out because I have to make the stop. So let's go see. It's hectic in here. But I think we got some good stuff. I had to kind of pull aside because I had zero service and I was not about to buy this whole cart without looking up some of these items. Sorry, not sorry. So I'm gonna hang out and get some of these. Some interesting things about this store. I think they're renovating, as you can hear. I cannot get service for the life of me. I've been walking around this whole store to try to find service and I cannot find any service. That was probably one of the most frustrating thrift trips I've ever done. Keep running into the same issue here. Let's get to the car real quick, and I'm getting swarmed with pollen. That's just great. Okay, I need to get into the car before, oh no. This is craziness. I had, and still have, zero service. So I had a cart full of stuff that I could not look up. I walked out with 3 things. And it was just based off of confidence with the brand, but we're gonna have to see here. Keep running into the same problem that we ran into the last vlog, which was we have to pick Nadia up in an hour, and we are an hour away. So this is tough. But here's what I grabbed. Viore pants, $10. Another pair of Viore pants for $10. And then Polo Ralph Lauren Flesh Pony for $8, and it's a short sleeve large. There's a lot of good stuff in there that I literally just was trying so hard to see if it was gonna work or not, and I'm not gonna have the time. I finally just got service in the parking lot, out of all places, and there's pollen everywhere. I have the worst allergies and I'm already sick. This is just a day. We're definitely gonna be an hour away, I can almost guarantee it. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys what we got in the bulk. We're gonna have to go back home and show you guys back at the Ilio Island headquarters. So let's bounce. Yep. Luckily, we'll be 5 minutes early if I leave right now to get Nadia, which is what we have to do. So that was tough. That was really tough. But let me get out of this situation first, and then I'll pick you back up and talk. This is just, So that number says 47 until empty. This number says we are exactly 47 miles to Nadia's destination. The question is, do we take the risk? This is what I mean by that. We barely make this full-time thing work. Like, right now I'm showing laughter, but like deep down,
Hey there.
I'm not laughing because I still have to go home and list too. So here we go, it's green, we gotta get going. Ah! That time when I was telling you that I might be looking back on this video and be like, hey, you know, why did you go do that bulk buy? That part happened sooner than I thought it was gonna happen. Realizing I just got a bunch of shorts and I paid, I forgot what the math was. It was like $7.09 in each pair of shorts. But I probably would have been better off just going to the bins today. In my head, I was thinking, okay, if I go to the bins today, I'm not feeling really good, so it'd be, you know, like I'll be not at my best performance and maybe I'll push it too hard and then feel like crap tomorrow. And then I realized, well, I just spent $7 a piece on a pair of shorts, where if I were to get those at the bins, easily a couple of dollars a piece. And then I only walked out with 3 items from the thrift store because I had no service. I had a car full of stuff. I literally couldn't look up anything. Let's just say that when I'm talking about like how I make this full-time thing work, I honestly just mean that everything is a trial and error sometimes. And sometimes it's a lot of fun, but days like today, it's really stressful. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I am stressed. I have to go pick up Nadia. I still have to list. And I'm not super confident in the things that I'm gonna be listing right now, which is not a good thing. I got a lot of Lululemon shorts, and I got some other brands that I looked up before I went, and it seemed to do, like, I will get my money back. Man, is it a bummer just knowing that I probably would have been better off going to the bins today than going to get this bulk item. I had to drive an hour. I wasted basically 2 hours round trip. Okay, freeze. I didn't waste 2 hours round trip. So before everybody starts freaking out, being like, RJ, you should never be buying in bulk, like whatever anyone's gonna say. I didn't waste any time. I just, between the 2 options of going to the bins or doing this bulk deal, the bulk deal would have been the worst of the 2, but it still was not the absolute, like, devastating to my business. The nice thing with this bulk deal is that if tomorrow's a slower day, I'll have extra inventory to list. But that's just how this business works. And right now we're hitting a time where things are slowing down, so I can have more time to kind of sit and think and research and learn, but not too much time. And to be real with you, every bit of me is just being like, don't post this video today, because it's just today's not one of those crazy days. Today's not one of those days where I've made 6 sales on eBay and 12 sales on Poshmark. I don't know if I've made any Poshmark sales today, and I think I've made 2 sales on eBay and waiting to hear back on a couple of counter offers. It's not one of those sexy days, and that's just how it's gonna work. So yeah, that's just where we are, to be real. I don't know if it's me being sick that is making me just kind of like down today. You know, not every day is gonna be my favorite day ever. Slower sales days, I start to get way more into my head of like, oh my gosh, is this the beginning of the end? Or freaking out on things. But I need to not make rash decisions or rash like thoughts like that. So I try to let those go into the thought, out of the thought as fast as I can. Just the reality of this business is that things fluctuate, and I just have to do everything I can and do what's in my control. Last clip you saw me, I was very not good. I was upset. A couple of reasons why. It's just like this business, especially in the starting phases, can get very roller coastery, if you know what I mean. There's sales that go really good, sales that go really bad, and you just have weeks that you're like, what the heck am I doing? After I recorded that clip, I started just getting really upset because I was like, man, I just feel like sales are so different than how they were last month. And then when I combined my eBay and Poshmark store and then looked at it without the outliers in April, I'm actually doing better this month than I did last month. And then I wake up this morning and have a really good sales day, actually. We have 6 sales on eBay and 6 sales on Poshmark, which is over the average of what we've been doing. Normally we've been selling 10 a day, so this is 12. And then I have 6 offers actually that I took a look at for eBay. I'm not sure. What do you guys think about this? So like today, it's already 9 o'clock. My cutoff is usually 7. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't care and I should just accept the offers, but I'm gonna accept the offers later, so then that way there's like an actual number there that said that we made sales today. That kind of helps me feel a little bit better. And just for the sake of the video, I'll just show you what sold. We had these Women's Rock Revival jeans sell for $20. Oh, someone asked, by the way, to like see, like if they're like, hey, can you tell me how much you paid for them? I, 1, need to be a little bit better at that, but 2, it's safe to say almost everything here was at the bins. Maybe a couple things were not at the bins. So like a pair of jeans would be like $3, or if I were to buy these at the thrift store, they'd be anywhere from like $8 to $10, just kind of depending. So these Rock Revivals, seeing that these are in the 900s, this one actually could have been a thrift store buy. Not the greatest of wins, but they moved. Hold on, I think Nadia's at the front door here. Okay, what's next? These American Eagle jeans sold for $18. These ones were definitely a bins find, so let's call it like $3 in. $18. Sometimes it tells you your net pretty, oh yeah, $14. So I net like $11.40 on these ones. Definitely not gonna be able to do that with all of these. King Cobra hat, this was a bulk buy, so this was probably just a few cents. Sold it for $8. Trying to move a lot of my hats because now they're all just kind of sitting there. I'd like to have some more room for clothing and stuff like that since I've been doubling down on that. This Ralph Lauren blazer, this is $25. This one was a bins find. Maybe a little bit heavier than a pair of jeans, maybe not. So maybe let's call it like $4 in, $25 sale. So pretty good on that one. Subculture. Now here's the thing with sending offers is that I sent a $9 offer for this and that someone accepted this. So I'm not gonna complain too much. Would I have sent that myself outside of AI? Maybe not. My net earnings just on Poshmark was like $6. And so if I got this at the bins for $3, I made $3 on this. Maybe this was just a bad buy. Oh, this definitely was, because this is an old SKU. These Prana Zion pants, these ones went out. They sold for $19, easily, definitely a bins find. $3 after that. So my net earnings on that one was $12, so pretty good. My goal is like if I can get a double-digit net earning, I'm gonna be really happy. And my main goal is to try to get a $15 net earning. And obviously you wanna get more, but that's kind of the spot you wanna go at. So that if I buy something at the bins and it's like a t-shirt and it was $1 or less, well, that's gonna be a much better net return than, you know, if I were to buy a pair of jeans at the thrift store for 10. We've got this Carhartt jacket. This one went out for $19. I definitely got this one at the bins too. This was $19.80. Not the biggest win ever, but happy to get more jackets out. This one I've had for longer than I'd like to admit. This is a vintage Sturgis motorcycle jacket or motorcycle cutoff. $18 on this one. Denver Cutthroat snapback hat, $15. I think I got this at a thrift store, so I probably paid like $6 for it. So not the biggest win in the world on that one. This is a cinch fleece vest thing. It's a cinch bonded vest, $34. So good win on that one. It's sat for quite some time, but decent price on that one for a sale. This one was a Dr. Squatch. Got this one at a thrift store in Longmont. As you can see, that's kind of why I'm moving some of these hats, because a lot of these hats, their sale price is not getting worth it in a point where now it's like, it's just, you know, it's okay. These are J. Crew Flex jeans. I've had these for quite some time too, a $16 sale. I am happy to get some of my older inventory out. For anyone that's like newer in reselling, or even if you're like an established reseller, you can tell like where your worst buys are compared to your best buys. Let me explain here. Best buy. Right, buddy?
Can I have some bags? I'm gonna start packing.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Okay.
1 second.
That's okay, you're good.
This is like my oldest inventory here, and this is like my most full boxes. This one's starting to get a little lower. Some of the newer stuff, you can see like my boxes are getting much more empty. See this one, there's like nothing in it. This one is already having stuff fall over. This one has stuff barely in it too. Same with this one, big gaps. One, when I started, I was just buying not the best of items, but two, I'm buying better items as we go. And then eventually, as we consolidate, a lot of this inventory is gonna get pushed deeper down here, and then it's gonna stay full, and I'm gonna be buying even better items. Working in this small garage here, I have to be careful with what I'm doing as far as what I'm buying and what I'm sourcing.
Knowledge.
Because I don't wanna run out of space, and I also wanna still make a good living off of this. What's up? You're giving me a look.
I was just watching you do YouTube.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure not these. This is all Poshmark and this is all eBay.
Okay. You write the numbers down on all the bags and then put the stuff in. That makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
I just
Yeah.
whatever makes it easy.
Yes. But yeah, that's kind of the goal, right? Is to be able to get better inventory in and move my inventory much faster. If like in a 90-day period, if I'm pretty confident that like most of my store should sell in 90 days and then it'll turn over and so on, you know, I can have a predictable store and be really happy. But I also want to grow the store too. So this is like, I don't want to just have just this little space. I want to, expand out and do much better on that end. Some people were asking some questions about storage. I think I'm gonna make a separate video on the boxes that I use and how I like ship and store and do all of that. I'll definitely make a separate video for that. Now I've been talking way too much and this video is already gonna get pretty long. So let me pick you back up in just a second here.
Because I showed him my storage and everything. He says, rock on. Said, are you able to meet next week? I'm like,
Oh.
I know. I was like, yeah, so you available today?
How about we meet right now?
Yeah, I know.
Nadia has an old laptop that we listed on Facebook Marketplace. I think that's where we've been really thriving in some of the like little side sales that we can get either from like sourcing on Facebook Marketplace or even just getting things at the thrift store that we can sell on Facebook Marketplace. It takes a little bit longer. We have to store it, but I like the hard goods sale through Facebook, just for like shipping and stuff like that.
I like Facebook Market.
I guess like the difference of like having to get a box and wrap it and everything, like you're having to meet with someone, but we live right off of the highway, so it's like there's a lot of great meeting spots for us to do Facebook
And for
deals.
some reason, I don't know if whoever knows a lot about laptops, the 2015 seems to be popular. It's just not good for gaming for me. So
Yeah.
it's very slow. I tried Steam on it. I didn't know. It didn't work.
Oh, I have bad news. I actually have to double check my backpack.
What? What? No! Do you think it's one of your jean pockets or something?
I had it with me in the bins, and I put one of them in my jean pockets. 100%. I'm like booking it out of the car, and I'm like tearing apart my jean pockets. Gone. And I ran back inside to see where I was sitting. Gone.
I bet I could find it.
It's gone. It's in the bins.
You're sure?
100%.
But if you put it in your pocket, how did it...
I'm never gonna see that thing again.
How did it...
It could have fallen out of my pocket. I don't know.
Sometimes I have good luck.
It's gone.
Pretty
I would
optimistic, that's why.
I appreciate that. We need that in our lives. I need headphones. Hopefully my headphones are charged. I'll at least put them on the charger now. Shout out Anchor, by the way. Not sponsored. I have your headphones, Nadia had your pink headphones, and then we had these white headphones. Now we've had these for quite some time, so they have seen better days. Mine are broken here and ripped on the inside. Nadia's are all taped up. So we're definitely overdue for getting,
But I still love them.
getting some new ones. But in my opinion, for the price and everything, top notch.
I love the comfort of like the ear.
By the way, we got a comment in last video. Someone didn't think we wore our seatbelts.
What?
Yeah, but they were looking out for us. They were like
Oh,
genuinely
no.
concerned for us. But I'm like,
I hate seatbelts, but I still wear them. I still wear them. I wear them though. Sometimes it just gets in the way. Sometimes. It's a sensory thing for me.
that's fair. Oops, there's a car. Gotta pay attention. Speaking of driving safety, ooh, the 240Z or 3, I don't know, 240. I've been really bad at my car world recently. All in all, what is this video about? It's about how I'm able to make a full-time living. And just so you have context, someone made a comment and they're like, dude, how are you making a full-time living off of the amount of sales that you're getting? The real answer is we just make it work. Obviously, Nadia has a full-time job. We do the best that we can to live below our means. You know, it's like we don't have that much debt. This car is really the biggest debt that we have. My car is paid off. We live in a small apartment where our rent is really cheap. We barely owe anything in credit, you know, and it's like we do everything that we can to live significantly below our means. And the nice thing is like our clothes are all thrifted. I mean, Nadia, fit check, everything's thrifted.
Yep.
Even her Crocs I got on eBay, actually, for her birthday. My jeans, this North Face, my Nike shoes, everything that I'm wearing is even thrifted too. So like, I'm definitely getting high on my own supply. Where we do like to save our money, like we're saying, we're always trying to find like our lunch hacks. Or, you know, like Chili's, for example. We go to Chili's and I don't know about you, but like if we get two separate things, we never finish it. And so we just share. I don't really see us going out to lunch and me getting the biggest, fattest steak and you getting the biggest burger with everything on the side. Like, even just for the amount of calories that we consume, the hacks that we do for lunch is super helpful.
Well, and we can save our money on other things that we like experiences.
100%. Yeah, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not extreme on any side when it comes to money. You have the super save person that just saves all the time and they never do anything ever. And that I don't believe. I do think, and even Ecclesiastes, it says that there's a season for everything, you know? So there's a season of saving and where you don't go out and do things. But there should be a season of spending in the sense of like going out to see your family in Michigan, going to see my family in Oregon. Like those are worthy payments that don't have a return on investment, but that's kind of why we do what we do, and that's kind of why we have the goals that we have. We want to expand this, you know, we want to do better financially and be able to experience more things. And so for right now, we're in the season of just living below our means. And it doesn't mean that we're like eating ramen every single day and starving ourselves and not putting gas into the car it's just like we're just cautious of what we do. And I think that's a good habit to have. I feel like if I became super rich when I started being an entrepreneur, I probably would have lost all the money that I made. I just was doing it all for the wrong reasons. If we got tons of money, I probably would have bought a house and got expensive rent and got into a lot of car debt and just like bad debt that we would have got into.
I don't even mind having a used car instead of like buying a brand spanking new.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would love an E46 wagon.
Yeah, we could buy that in cash in you know, a handful of months.
I love BMW.
Yeah.
Love BMW. Also, just want to say there's nothing wrong with buying the newest car, a new, you know, house that you absolutely love. That's thousands of dollars or whatever. Like I'm just saying that this is that's
what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. Yeah. There's people out there that probably make the same amount of money that we make and they own a house and they have 2 car payments. We have the financial capability to do those things, but do we want to do those things? No. Like I don't want the financial decisions that I make right now to put us out of business in the future or to hinder us from scaling. We just make it work. And this is a business that is so friendly to people that want to make a healthy amount of money for a living. I also like the fact that this is a business that can give me my weekends back. We can travel and go out and have some freedom. We want to buy some rental properties or get back into real estate or, you know, do something crazy like start a clothing brand or whatever. We can look at those opportunities because of reselling.
Yeah.
That's just how my brain is wired, is that I have to make this work. I want to make this work, but I have to make this work and I get to make this work. And we're just very blessed for that.
Yeah.
It's great to have a partner that's at least supportive. I'm even more blessed that Nadia wants to be in this business and be involved in this business and so much. I think Nadia and I have the same mindset of understanding like, hey, like there's gonna be weeks, just like you guys saw in this video, and days where I'm just like down and upset and sales are slow. But then like today, for example, we were having a good sales day today and had a good sales day yesterday and overnight. That's just the life that we choose to live, and we make it work.
Yeah, and a 9 to 5 or like a regular job like that, if that's something you're passionate about, like that's totally fine. If that's you're passionate about it, that's awesome. I'm not down in any of that.
We appreciate every single one of you guys. The comments that you guys even said inspired me to make this exact video. So these comments and the feedback and the appreciation, Nadia is just loved by the people. And I mean, I can't blame them. I can't blame them. So we appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button because new videos are coming out every single Monday. Every single Monday. What day of the week?
Monday.
So if it's Monday, what are you doing? Oh, you're probably watching this video. So congrats. Thank you for watching. Thanks so much. God bless. Have a great day. Peace.
Cut.